So the yellow color comes up a lot because with like the beehive and like basically October being Set, which is the Joker, which is the topaz is the birthstone for October, and Set is the husband of Nephthys. So yellow comes out with the yellow rain jacket on Coraline. So watch Coraline. Coraline's real good at explaining the other mother and the other side. Then you have Miss Marilyn Monroe, which I did code with Coraline. She has the same doll when she was a kid that looked like Coraline. Anyways, Miss Marilyn was shooting this movie that she's wearing this yellow jacket on. This is the movie that she actually passed away either before or while filming. Like she filmed her passing away in the movie, then she passed away right after. So Skull and Bones been around for a long time. 322. So basically, 23 is the letter for Anubis because 2 is a B, because numerology, and 3 is a C. So AB, which is the second letter, is 2. ABC is 3 for the third letter. So get into gematria and how numerology codes it to numbers because it's the same thing. So them for formationing or formation of the skull and bones being 1832, 190 years ago. There we go, the number 23 again for Anubis, which is Cancer, which is the son of Nephthys. Also, 823 is the day Kobe's birthday, and Kobe was taken out by those same type of secret societies. So pay attention to Skull and Bones a lot. Research them because you want to see these faces, like I said, because people astral travel. They'll be like at the grocery store working. And they're trying to give you a bad day. You want to know who they are. So you be like, you can't give me a bad day because I'm having a good day. Don't you are not gonna rain on my parade. Because Pisces is who they worship, as well as Set in Anubis, which is Scorpio and Cancer. So you tell them just back off if they're astral traveling to you. Now there's these Scientologists that also come through on astral, and I see them a lot as well because they do battle secret societies. Scientologists do not like psychiatrists and all those people. They think that, people could get healed in other ways. So they have a whole entire Scientologist type of church and they go to that instead. Tom Cruise being one of them. He's July 3rd, which is Anubis. So if you have a whole bunch of government skull and bones spying in on Anubis, which is Cancer, which is Tom Cruise, you can understand why it would make him act certain ways and why he's like, it's not that I'm, dealing with whatever mental illness. It's because there is energies out there that want to see you fail. And they are like literally in the government. Only thing is the people who created it, which actually Ron L. Hubbard's born March 13th, which is right around your portal. And then April 30th is around Chelsea's Christ portal. This is David Miscarriage. They actually did some weird, bad things. So I don't know. You be the judge. Finishing up the birthday for March 18th, 1997, which is Nephthys Pisces, which is a water sign. Like I said, go over Nephthys. She has the red door and the basket on her head, and she's basically the lady of the house, the mistress of the house. She's the one that takes care of the underworld with Anubis, her son, and her husband Set, which is Scorpio. Anubis is Cancer. She has a twin sister born in May. Her name is Isis, goddess Isis. So the Twin Towers in New York represent Isis and Nephthys, and Emerald is like the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. So during emergencies, you need a SOS in May, which is like save our souls. That's what they say when the boat is sinking. And as you know, our bodies are vessels for babies. So if our bodies are getting attacked, we would basically call Isis because she's the earth goddess and we need her to wake up, like kind of like Moana. In order for us to get awake, we need an emergency phone call, 911 SOS to goddess Isis, which is a May emerald, which is like the earth sign. That's why like emerald and emergency look similar because that's what a lot of people do worship. Especially in England, like the Queen of England, she worships Isis and Osiris and Horus, Sagittarius, and Amun. Where we worship not we, but Skull and Bones mostly, which is like the Bush family. Skull and Bones, they do have the Central Intelligence Center, the CIA. So they do work with a lot of that information. The Walker family is an old family. And when Kanye says Bush don't care about black people, they took it serious and they've been trying to ruin him. But that man just keep on popping up. He's like, I'm a phoenix. And he became a billionaire, got the girl of his dreams, got a divorce, got some kids. So what's next for Kanye? But he does get followed around because he is Thoth, which is Gemini, and he's also Isis, which is Taurus for his sign. And they all these people basically follow the same deities. So watch out for the bushes, even the ones that passed away in your dream, because a lot of times they do try to talk to their ancestors for answers, but they have to get through a Nephthys or water signs to get there because you're like a mermaid. So you carry information very well in the astral land, like carrying a baby. You carry information. So it's like the Wizard of Oz, how you have the Emerald Tablet of Hermes, which is our top. This is where like Atlantis had these emerald tablets. I'm pretty sure they stole it from Lemuria. And that's where they wrote a lot of information. It kind of looks like the English alphabet if you look it up. It also looks like Emerald City, and that's where you get your information from. Emerald tablets is like the Ten Commandments of Atlantis and Lemuria. It also looks like the Matrix code, that green and that black. So definitely pay attention. And Hermes is like Anubis. They're mixed together sometimes. Hermes has like an Anubis head, a dog head. So look up Hermes. Hermes is also related to Thoth as well. Basically, Toto is Anubis. So, like I said, Nephthys is married to Set. So, Pisces marries Set, and they have a child named Anubis, which is a Cancer. So, Anubis, like I was saying, is like Toto in The Wizard of Oz. See the basket on top of her head? Basically, the dog on top of her head is Anubis. Anubis hangs out with Thoth. Therefore, there's the Emerald Tablet of Hermes, which Thoth gives. Thoth is a Gemini. He's a teacher, representing like twins, which is for 9/11. School begins in September. So 9/11, having that happen, and them calling ISIS the terrorist is really Isis, the goddess, that they represent the twins, Isis and Nephthys, which is Taurus and Pisces. I repeat those things because as time goes on, you're going to see a lot of movies. They repeat the same things, the same symbols because they worship the same things over and over and over again. So in, like I said, in her basket, which is a Nephthys basket, like Dorothy and Nephthys are spelled similar. So Nephthys, nephthite is also green and it's the color for like the mystical color, I think for like Pisces or something. So definitely look at that yellow brick road for like Amun. Amun has like corn, which is a Capricorn. So basically, he's feeding the birds. He's giving you information to follow a road to get information. So pay attention to Toph being a Gemini who hangs out with Hermes and Anubis. Anubis is Toto the dog that is inside of the Wizard of Oz. Well, Dorothy's little basket on top of her head, but it's on her bicycle. Like the E.T. movie, they ride a bike. So instead, she has a little basket, but it's not on her bike. But she's going to see the aliens, which is like the Wizard of Oz, find out that there is no aliens. We are the aliens. So all the information is coming from ourselves, our inner selves. Like our whole astral life, when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping, when you're channeling, is basically the matrix. So if you just find yourself, then you will find your answers. So for you, always look for signs of Anubis in your dreams or get a dog. Because a lot of that time, the energy comes through dogs and it comes through like if there's protection on someone, you might hear like a dog barking or something. Like certain things you see in your life, that's gonna say, hey, there's protection around you. So you can press pause to read more about Anubis. He's like the black cancer dog. He was born in the summer, which is Dante's Inferno, which is why a lot of comedians are passing away because it's a divine comedy by Dante. So basically, you have darker skin when you're born in the summertime. So he was born before Christ, which is BC, which is the number 23, which is for the Air Jordans. So when you see 23, think of Anubis. Like you see with Skull and Bones is 322, which is towards 23 backwards. It's saying that there's two twins of Jesus and Didymus Thomas, which is basically Anubis and Horus are twins or cousins. So it's two 23s. And then his formation is 1832, which is another 23. So look into Skull and Bones. They work with a lot of oil companies as well. A lot of oil companies go into secret societies of Skull and Bones because Yale.